Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Just before we get started, because I know you probably want to know since the car was so high last video, this is now the dialed in ride height that it's going to be at, which is good because then I can do a pretty much a basic review of what it was like when they were fitted and the ride height was buggered and the tracking was buggered, what it was like when the ride height was down and tracked, how that is now, and we'll do a review video on that. But then obviously at some point I wanted to go and get it properly tracked with a proper setup somewhere like Area Motorsport, something like that, so it handles to the T. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. We've talked enough about the suspension lately. I know you're probably sick of it. So move on to something a little bit nicer, a little bit more warm-hearted, a little more closer to home, which is the towing eyes on this car, more specifically the rear towing eye. Now, a lot of you probably will not remember this because it was so early on in the channel, so early. But the tow hooks were pretty much one of the first things I did to this car other than having the wheels painted white. They weren't originally them colour codes that I painted them with the white and red. They were originally like oil slick neochrome colour, but it just peeled off. I think I just spent about 3 videos or so just trying to get the rest of it off so we can paint it. Proper waste of time. But yeah, they're really, really rough.
Come on, darling, come on.
Now we're considering just taking them off soon, just because they're that rough and rugged, and you don't see much people running them nowadays, which is proper against the grain for me, because I don't really like to just follow what everybody else is doing at all. But then Dan from SADBOIRACECLUB actually saved the day and posted this lovely fresh tow hook that he's going to be releasing with the brand. Let me just grab it for you. So this is the new one that's going to be going on the car instead of the one I've got already. It's bigger than the original one I've got. It's like a nice satin red, which is really nice finish. And as well, what makes this special and what makes it relevant to SADBOIRACECLUB is the semicolon cutout that is in the tow hook itself. Now if you don't know who SADBOIRACECLUB is, it's a brand, well pretty much a movement that's promoting being aware of mental health and getting rid of the stigma behind talking about it. If that comes to social anxiety, suicide prevention, depression, anything on all of those mental grounds, this brand is there, and Dan is there to try and help you in that situation. In any situation, but especially to do with cars as well, and how cars can help you get through those tough times as a mechanism to distract you or make you happy. Now the semicolon is quite important because what that means is it's pretty much a symbol used as no, your sentence doesn't end here, there's more to your life, there's more to your story. And there's a lot of people that get them as tattoos. It's quite promoted to get it as a tattoo. If for instance you've gone through struggles like that with anxiety or being close to suicide, or if you've got a member of your family that's been through those or is sadly not with us anymore. So I'll be wearing this tow hook with pride, and what I'll also do is I'll leave all the links in the description for anything to do with SADBOIRACECLUB, so if you want to speak to Dan or you want to see what other people are getting up to related to cars and mental health, you can look on there. And the charity that SADBOIRACECLUB donates to, which is Papyrus, the battle young suicides, or if you're going through anything and you want to reach out, the details for that will also be in the description. So yeah, don't keep it to yourself, especially in these very, very difficult times, especially with the weather just being disgusting and darkness and gloomy. That really affects me. I know it could probably really affect some of you as well. But yeah, don't keep it all to yourself, don't hold it in, because there's always somebody that's relatable and there's always somebody that can help. So without further ado, let's get rid of one sentimental tow hook and put a new, even more sentimental one on. So underneath here you've got 2 bolts that run through either side, and then you've got 2 nuts that go on that side. Nice and easy change and install. I've already put some penetrating spray on them because they will be rusty as anything. So fingers crossed now they will come off. Okay, so I've got an 18mm nut, the 19mm bolt, so I'm guessing that needs to go down, that needs to go up. Well, they're moving at least. Oh, that is nice and easy job today. My nose doesn't drip everywhere. Come on now. Hey! Before you get out of me as well, I don't need spacers. I know the car looks like, ooh, that looks nice with spacers, but there's a difference between, mate, your car needs spacers, and mate, I like to see your car with spacers. It doesn't need spacers. Yeah, it might look better. that the car will function perfectly fine without spacers. Might get some spacers. There you go, I peer pressured myself for you, you don't have to do it for me. The way I see it is, well, you know my attitude. I didn't get lowering springs or anything like that because I wanted coilover, so I dealt with the car at full height. Now I'm thinking, well, eventually I want nice wheels, so don't waste money on spacers. How long can we cope though? How long can we cope? Because wheels ain't next on my list at all. That'll be a better idea. Double time. Well, I'll film doing the second one. You've seen me undo a bolt. You don't need to see me do it the same. I'll spare you. I'll spare you. Okay. What word was that? Okay. Okay, so this is your comparison. That's the old disgusting one that's come off. Now look at how that was corroded. Obviously just from a bodge paint job from me. All the paint on there is not even neat anyway. It's all scratching off. And at the top, that's all like wrecked anyway where it's been coming off. So loads nicer finish, loads nicer bolts to go with it. This has also been powder coated, I think, rather than being painted, so it should last much longer. I'm going to put some white lithium grease on the little hook underneath there after I've brushed it with a wire brush, just to try and stop it from rusting anymore, because it's going to be metal on metal. It doesn't come with washers, so I'm going to go and see if I've got some spare to go in between the metal and the bolts. But yeah, I'll sort that out and then we'll crack it on. It's Sunday and it's foggy. Stay home. As you can tell, this whole situation's made me quite miserable. And Mardy, do apologise. Now these are kind of like self-locking nuts, so you will need to crank them down. Here we go, just a little bit of clearance there, which is all you need. It's a little bit thinner than the previous one as well, which I don't mind because it helps make it look more central, because obviously it's to the side of the original tow hook underneath. Yeah, and it'll obviously be closer to the head of the car when the car's washed. At the minute it is foul, but I'm definitely happy with that. I would remove the front one or change it or something at some point, but at the moment it's kind of the only thing that ties the grill into the front of the car, so I'm going to leave it for now. Maybe we'll do something with the front bumper at some point that ties it in and we could take that off, or we upgrade that for like a nicer one. I think there's a company called Race Eng, I think it's in America, been following for ages. They do some really nice ones, so that might be a thing, but for now I'm just going to leave it as is. So then that is the end of today's video. I hope it wasn't too short for you, I hope it wasn't too bland and boring, but it's something that I wanted to give time to. When Dan sent me the tow hook, he basically said just let me know what you think, so it wasn't like do me a video, do this for me, do that for me. Basically just asked for my opinion, so the least I could do was do a video to not one, show the new tow hook that brand's doing, as well as loads of other cool things that you can get, but to raise awareness of what the brand does as well. Other things I wanted to mention in this video which are amazing is we've just reached 6,000 subscribers. 6,000 people, absolutely mad. The thing is, it's only in lockdowns where I seem to be hitting another 1,000, because we hit 5,000 in the first lockdown. Now we're locked down as a country again and then we've hit 6, so at least they're good things that are coming out of it. I wish I could properly enjoy it and celebrate it as much as we all deserve to, but obviously we can't at the minute. And I've always tried to make myself be quite, not so much on the fence, but open to everybody on this channel. Not really have an opinion about things if it's controversial, but especially being stuck in again now. Other than going to work, obviously. I know other people feel the same, where it's really getting people down, and it's upsetting to think that I can't, and some other people can't as well, see my family. I can't hug them, I can't put a hand on a friend's shoulder that needs help. I can't do any of that. None of them can do that for me either, and it's upsetting to think that there's a possibility that people's actions have made this longer, and people that aren't bothered and don't really care what happens to them affects mine and so many other people's lives as well, which is not fair, but unfortunately that's the way the world is really. People have got their own opinions, people have got their own theories, and even If there's a 1% accuracy chance that I could hurt myself or somebody close to me, I'm not going to take that risk. But seeing a lot of people have, and seeing a lot of people do, it's infuriating, it is. I didn't want this video to be about this, but being on the topic of mental health, I think people should consider that. And if I can make somebody think for 2 seconds where they won't have thought before, then I suppose I'm putting the platform to good use. I think the more I speak about it, the more I'm going to get annoyed and get sour about it, so I'm going to stop there. But yeah, that's the only thing that's upsetting about reaching a milestone like we have recently. Another one as well, forgot to mention, one of my videos, a really old video, like 3-year-old video, has reached over 100,000 views for the first time, so that's mental. I'll link that somewhere around here on the screen if you want to go and watch that. It's quite embarrassing, it's quite poorly made, sound quality is horrific, but a lot of people seem to still like watching it. So anyway, let's end on a good note, and please in this time, check on your friends, check on your family. Hopefully if you need that help, somebody will reach out to you, or you can say, listen, I'm struggling, I need a chat, I need to have a dash on a game for a bit with you. Something I do with my friend at the minute. Go and exercise, socially distanced, having that one other person from another household. Just keep yourself active and keep yourself afloat and keep your mind working. Thank you all so much for the support. If you liked this video, or if you liked any of my videos, please like and subscribe to the channel and click the little bell button to remind you when a fresh video does come on. Do go and follow Sad Boy Race Club on Instagram and Facebook, Papyrus, and until next time guys, like I always say, enjoy the rest of your day.